Fiat is one of the few manufacturers that makes two city cars. And the stylish Fiat 500 3-door might turn a few more heads, but the slightly more sensible 5-door Panda is also worth a look. Unsurprisingly, the Panda is at its best around town. This steering is wonderfully light, which makes nipping in and out of tight gaps and parking an absolute doddle. If you press this city button down here, then the steering gets even lighter to make it that bit easier. The body control is very good as well, so you don't end up leaning all over the place when you go around roundabouts. Inevitably though, the Panda is not as good when you go a bit quicker. This is the 1.2 litre petrol engine, but none of the engines are quiet at motorway speeds. The other pity is it's not as settled over bumps as many of its rivals. There are more comfortable and composed city cars out there. The Panda might be aimed at a sensible buyer, but this cabin is full of charm. You get these big, chunky controls and everything is within easy reach. You might think this makes it easy to get comfy up here, but this seat is set really high up and that's not going to be to everyone's taste. The good thing about this though is you get a fantastic view all around. The basic Panda doesn't get much in the way of equipment in here, so we'd recommend going for the mid-level trim, which gets much more kit. It means you get things like a much better stereo, air conditioning and remote central locking. Unfortunately for the Panda though, its rivals offer more equipment for the same money. It's hard to miss the fact that the Panda is quite a tall little car, and this means that you get a very generous amount of headroom back here. But unfortunately this space doesn't extend to further down and it's very cramped to your legs, even for a car this small. Now the boot is smaller than the ones you get on the likes of the VW Up, Skoda Citigo, etc., but it is a decent shape. If you want these seats to fold individually rather than as one big unit, then you're going to have to pay a little bit extra. The Panda has plenty of charm and is cheap to buy even if you don't get huge amounts of toys for your cash. It means it's good, but not quite good enough to beat the best in the class. For more information, search Fiat Panda on whatcar.com.